Well, hello guys, and welcome to MLTP Live, your go-to source for Major League Tag Pro. We're going to bring you an entertaining and high-quality stream each and every Monday night, or Sunday night, actually. I'm Ron Sponson here to provide you your play-by-play commentary.
And I'm Liquid, and tonight we are broadcasting the Holdin Warriors versus Angry Balls Redux game, last game of the season. It should be quite the game tonight we've got here. Now, before we get going, let's take a quick look at the numbers.
Yeah, if we look at the Origin Ducks, they're sitting first in their conference with a 69 cap differential, 15 wins, 1 loss, and no ties. The last 4 games have all been wins. Whoops, hold on. We're looking at might have the wrong stats here. Is that correct, Liquid? No, I've got the actual stats here. Sorry, I had the wrong screen up on me. But the Holdin Warriors will be the first team of the evening. They are sitting second in their conference with a 15 cap differential. Season record of 11 wins, 5 losses, and 2 ties. We look at the last 4 games. They got a win, a loss, and 2 ties. They'll be playing the Angry Balls, 7th in their conference with a -5 cap differential, 6 wins, 11 losses, and a tie. And they've gotten 1 win out of their past 4 games.
And now if we look at the rosters here on Holdin Gate, they've got an offense that's pretty much solidified as Curry and Skinny, and those are the 2 we're going to be seeing starting tonight.
Yeah, that's correct. If we look at their numbers here, we've got Curry sitting with 22 caps for the season, 7.88 OGASP, and Skinny is 27 caps, 8.39 OGASP.
And it's no surprise there. Skinny has played a bit more minutes than Curry, and he's got the stats to prove it. He also has 367 tags, so the guy's been playing a lot of two-way play to this season. He's been doing really well with it. His role's been mostly offensive with Holdin Gate, and he's shown that he can be a very good primary offensive player, lots of skill, lots of talent. Meanwhile, Curry's played maybe more of a backseat role supporting his offensive player, and he's been doing really well with that, playing fantastic offensive defense. And overall, this guy is a really smart player. It shows in his leadership as well, so I can see that partnership doing really well. And their defense is obviously no slouch either. You got Doddsfall partnering the almighty Ibis.
I don't know if I've got... Doddsfall, if we look at his stats for the season, 376 tags, definitely playing really well. Even the last game that we streamed, Doddsfall was playing extremely well, 7.88 DGAS overall for the season. And Ibis, not a slouch either, 384 tags, 8.56 DGAS.
And both of these players have fewer than 280 minutes, which is kind of crazy when you consider how much talent this team has. We got Doddsfall, you mentioned. He's a great defender. He's put up some pretty solid stats so far, but the guy, you have to realize he has 13 caps in addition. So he's been all over the place. He's been making clutch plays left, right, and center. And meanwhile, Ibis, obviously the tagging machine as usual, 8.56 DGAS. 40 minutes. You can only imagine how high that would be if he played the full season. So those 2 are going to be a pairing to be reckoned with. Now, on offense for Angry Balls, you got Blue Monday, surprise insertion in place of Ukilin, and we got Wayne as well.
Yeah, and if we look at his statistics, Blue Monday with 11 caps for the season, 6.78 OGASP, with only 100 minutes of play. And we've also got Wayne with 35 caps, really high number there, 8.9 OGASP and 278 tags.
And those 2 are 2 very technically skilled players. Wayne's been around the block. He's been here basically since the honeymoon push, probably earlier even. And ever since the very beginning, one of the most slippery players in Tag Pro. And that's held true so far. for the season, 35 caps to his name, the guy with the most caps so far in this game tonight. And Blue Monday, surprise insertion, as I was mentioning earlier, he's got 11 caps in 100 minutes. Not too bad either. He's going to be looking to make a nice splash in the last game of the season. Now on defense, we've got the two S's, the SS Simon Spiller. Quite the partnership there as well.
Yeah, Simon right now with 488 tags, 8.98 DGAS. Very good numbers he's been putting up this season. Spiller also with 440 tags, 8.47. Looking to make a pretty dynamic duo there.
Obviously so. Spiller, who's quite the leader as well. He's been captain for a few seasons, this season and previous seasons with the Angry Balls. And Simon, a new player bursting onto the scene with some pretty huge numbers. You mentioned it. He's got basically the 9 DGAS. 488 tags to his name, so the guy making a great splash, showing himself to be one of the more dominant center defenders. So those two are going to be looking to put up a pretty strong performance against a relatively quiet Curry and Skinny. Let's see how it pans out, though. And it looks like both teams are pretty much ready to play. So, Ron, do you think we should kick this off?
Yeah, we're ready to kick off whenever. The first map of the evening is going to be Wormy.
Indeed, Wormy, a map of that's definitely one of the more flexible maps in Tech Pro. We saw last week, we streamed 2 different games. One of the games had a score of 2-1 cumulative. The other one had a score of 10-8. So if the defense plays well, and God knows both these defenses can definitely hold it down, then we might see a game where most of the time is spent preventing. Whereas if the defense really just drops the ball, or the offense is too much to contain, then we might see a map that really showcases the offensive skills of those players and has 7 or 8 minutes to hold. So you really never know what you're going to get with Wormy, and that's why people still love it. And I believe the other map we've got tonight is Rush.
Yeah, that's correct. Rush is going to be the second map that we're going to see this evening.
Indeed. We saw it in week 1, and I think the best thing for a new map like Rush, it's something we saw with Pilot last season. It was played in week 1 and week 9. This season we got Rush in week 1 and week 10. It allows the map to be tested at the very beginning when none of the teams have any chemistry, so it's really a raw version of the map. And in the last week of the season where the teams know each other inside and out, and you really get to see how the map shines. So I think players are going to love it. Bowtie is going to love watching this game, if he is watching tonight or next week, to watch games on this map to see how it flows with established teams. And it's one of the maps that's been likened to Velocity in its flow, due to the fact that it does have that diagonal shape, and it does have a lot of paths for the flag carriers. So let's see how it pans out tonight. Again, as I was saying, a lot of two-way players on both of these teams, so let's see how it pans out.
Yeah, and as we're starting off, one other thing that's going to pan out here in the middle of the game, between Game 1 and Game 2, is going to be our Jump Up Halftime Challenge. You guys are welcome to enter that. Anyone watching can participate in this halftime event. Looks like Doddsfall is going to get out past 3. I'm going to take a brief pause here. He's going to get the first cap of the game. Congratulations to Doddsfall. Right off the bat, I thought we had time for a quick plug there, but Doddsfall not taking his time here, getting a really quick cap here for the Holdin Gate Warriors.
Indeed, and the defense on Holdin Gate was just absolutely lethal there, spiking the only blocker, no mercy, and Doddsfall comes in with his 14th cap of the season. Insane numbers for a defender.
Absolutely, he's coming out looking for another chance here, but Spiller's got the flag using these bombs, and he's going to go to the bottom. We've got the first round of power-ups, couple tag pros for Holdin Gate Warriors. This is their chance. Skinny with a really nice snipe. DB Cooper is going to come out with the flag. And who is DB Cooper? I'm not sure who that is.
DB Cooper is Blue Monday, formerly known as MC Ride. So he is the guy. And with the,
it's a bit confusing.
You got Holdin Gate with the triple T's, but because the flag's been out the whole time, they haven't actually been able to really capitalize on any of those tag pros. You got to give huge props to Angry Balls for keeping the flag out for those triple T 20 seconds. That's not as easily said as done.
Certainly not. I mean, three tag pros, very difficult to work against. Curry making some nice moves here. Staying alive, it looked like he was getting closed in on, but we got Doddsfall playing a little bit of blocking in the middle of the map, maybe waiting for power-ups coming up soon. DB Cooper, I guess it's Blue Monday with the flag, going to kiss. Doddsfall coming out with the flag. We're seeing a lot of kissing. We're seeing a lot of regrabs, though. These flags are staying out of base so far for this map.
Yeah, 3 of the last 4 flag carriers for both teams have been defenders, which is an interesting trend so far. It seems like players are really playing both positions because of the way this map is organized. Whoever is closest to regrab is the one who's going to be taking it. And at this point in the season, I'd say most players are pretty adept at both positions anyway, so you're really not losing that much.
Yeah, and Skinny Chode is out past 2. Got a good chance here. Going to hit this boost, and unfortunately, Curry pushes Spiller right into the return.
Oh, the bomb spawns on Doddsfall, but he somehow survives. He's going to try to get past 2 here, but Simon gets the contain, and now they're going to try to force Ibis back. They get the reset. That's huge reset for Angry Balls. They're going to be looking to make some moves on offense now that they know that their flag's back. And look at this! Ibis and Doddsfall are on offense, and Skinny and Curry are on defense. I'm wondering if this is a conscious choice by Holdin Gate. In the pregame, we didn't have time to talk about playoff scenarios, but Holdin Gate has already clinched their spot in the playoffs going into this week, and they're basically only playing to see if they can overtake Merballs in the number 1 spot. They do have the tiebreaker against the Merballs, and if Holdin Gate sweep tonight, and then the Merballs get swept next week, then Holdin Gate and Merballs switch positions. Holdin Gate grabbing the number 1 seed, which can be really useful, seeing as there's going to be a lot of good teams in the number 3 and number 4 seeds, and they might want to try to reserve the most favorable matchup. But I don't know, it seems like Holdin Gate might just be playing this one for fun.
A good kiss by Spiller there. Looked like a good chance for a cap, and honestly, for the Angry Balls, they had a decent chance. They had a tag pro on base, keeping the anti-regrab available, and keeping that regrab off the flag, and had a good chance, but really well handled by Holdin Gate Warriors in terms of staying alive with the flag and not even giving an opportunity to the Angry Balls there. And now we've got Doddsfall with the flag. Simon getting closed in by 3, going to get returned. Doddsfall returned. Wayne's out past 1. Curry's got a snipe, going to execute on it. And there's the return on Blue Monday, and a nice reset here for both teams.
And Doddsfall and Ibis are really itching to go on offense. Another triple T! Oh my god. We've seen 6 tag pros so far. All of them have gone to the Holdin Gate Warriors. This time, Skinny and Curry are the 2 with them. And Curry, if he manages to get out here, this could be a cap.
Oh! The push the chaser right into the Angry Balls.
Indeed. Poor decision by Skinny. He tags this chaser, which ends up pushing the other into Curry. He was going for the free tag, but it was not a heads-up play. But as I say this, Ibis manages to come in, sneak a cap of his own, and now both defenders have a cap, although, as I was saying, they seem to be playing offense this game, and it's a trend that's going to be repeated, I think, pretty much all game long.
Now, the important thing that can't be missed for that second cap there is Curry had that tag pro, was able to tag 2 of the Angry Balls, both of the offensive D out of the way, allowing for an easy cap there. That one was all set up by Curry, and he deserves credit for that second cap.
And a lot of the job of the tag pro lead is also to intimidate. It's not always just the tagging role, it's to be able to push or direct opponents in whichever direction you want them. And so Curry did exactly that. He got a couple tags, then he was able to essentially move or suggest, very strongly suggest, that the Angry Balls players move in the direction opposite to their flag carrier. And that kind of intimidation allowed Ibis to come in unharmed.
Doddsfall was really nice support offense, allowing Ibis to get out. He gets returned by Blue Monday. Doddsfall coming out with this juke juice, and Spiller throwing a little bit of a block there. Simon using these bombs, but Skinny in the right spot, and now Wayne is the last man out. Return for cap. Skinny with the snipe from across the map, looping around and pushing Curry to the spike. Ibis coming out, getting juked. It's return for cap now. Not going to quite happen. Wayne with the flag. Both flag carriers here pulling a few moves, staying alive. Nice bomb by Wayne. Doddsfall with a little bit of a move, but what is this? Looks like they weren't quite on regrab. Ibis was there on the boost. Another round of power-ups coming up.
We're seeing a lot of tag pros tonight, but the only useful was on that Curry's little exploration there. And so I think these teams might need to work on their little tag pro lead game. Then again, 3 of the top 4 leaders in Hold so far have been what we would usually call traditional defenders. So perhaps they're just currently edging everything out and figuring out how their offensive chemistry works out together. You got Simon, Doddsfall, and Ibis all leading in Hold right now so far this game. MC Ride's out there to round out the top 4.
I'm telling you what, both teams having trouble getting a reset here, and it's not allowing them good chances to cap. Now Ibis not. Whoa! No, it didn't quite pan out, and a nice cap here from Angry Balls. Ibis looked like he was going to pull some cool moves, but couldn't quite hold on to it. Nice return by Skinny, and that might be no, it's not going to be a reset. We're not seeing many resets here. Nice boost by Skinny Show.
That was dirty by Skinny, but just to go back to the cap, credit goes to Spiller for using a heads-up play on that bomb and getting the reset for his team, or sorry, rather Spiller for getting the cap. It was his partner, Simon, who managed to get that bomb reset, and that's exactly what they needed to cut down the lead.
Bomb.
Oh my god, a lot of chaos going on. But yeah, the lead is down to 1, and despite the fact that Angry Balls are technically out of the playoffs, they still have something to play for. They could reach up to 5th place this week, depending on the results of other games. So they're definitely looking to win these, and they're not relenting here. They're keeping the pressure on, and this is pinning the Holdin Gate Warriors back in their base.
Now Ibis out with the flag, a nice snipe here by Blue Monday. Doddsfall's going to grab it, and looks like Holdin Gate Warriors have the reset. Angry Ball's working for it. There's no regrab. Ibis might be able to pull it out. Let's see if he can get out with the flag. Nice route there. Simon with the bomb couldn't quite execute. And now Wayne's got to stay alive. There's going to be a kiss, and that'll be a little bit of a reset. We got another round of power-ups here. We got Tag Pro here for Holdin Gate Warriors. And DB Cooper is going to be able to get out. Nice positioning here. Going to get past a couple, but Skinny with a monster snipe getting the return. And
what
the second one.
What I'm noticing so far is that Spiller's contain game tonight is really on point, but just a second. Tag Pros. And
look at this strategic waiting here on the cap.
Cat delay. Skinny's influence has rubbed off on his teammates, but yeah, another cap generated by the Tag Pro, and those Tag Pros are really paying off for Holdin Gate here, using them efficiently and effectively. Is it a coincidence that both the caps have come from an offensive player leading their defender into base? I don't know, but Skinny and Curry have definitely shown that they're adept with those power-ups.
And now we've got Blue Monday in base here. Maybe looking to try to grab it. He's by himself. Wayne sitting on this boost. Ibis with the flag as well. Skinny with some nice blocks here. Ibis is going to grab the Tag Pro, going to double backwards, and to get returned. We got both flag carriers getting returned. Curry closing in very aggressively, and that's what he's got to do with this Tag Pro that Spiller's got. They've got a chance here to get one more cap. Wayne ducking under. Spiller getting the return. We've got Tag Pros kissing, and just one player. It's all on Doddsfall. Can Doddsfall do it? Can he do it? Not quite, but Wayne can't do it either. Yes, he can. There's the cap. Now it's just a one-cap game. 20 seconds to go. Really great effort from Angry Balls there.
Wayne having all the trouble in the world with scoring that cap. He probably missed 6 or 7 opportunities to get into base cleanly and get that clean cap. But in the end, patience was the virtue, and he tried again and finally got it in, cutting the lead down to 2 again. And after another round of 3 Tag Pros and the power-ups, we're seeing the Holdin Gate Warriors take a 3-2 lead going into half number 2. We've seen a lot of action this game, and surprisingly enough, the flag's been out for most of the game. 6 minutes for Holdin Gate Warriors, 5.5 minutes for Angry Balls. We haven't really seen a bad player so far. And in fact, I'd say DB Cooper, aka Blue Monday, has been a bit hard done by being last in the scoreboard. I saw some really great plays for him, and 11 returns to boot. But I mean, I'm not the one who's an expert at this. Ron, you are the one who should be telling us who was the MVP.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Skinny for the MVP for the first half, being that he had 22 returns, clearly making sure to get that flag back in base. But also, in addition to all those returns, he was getting a lot of power-ups. I think he had 6 power-ups, which is one of the top number of power-ups. As a defender, it's very difficult to get the returns, keep track of your flag, and be able to secure these power-ups. A lot of times it's easier for the offenders to pull off the flag, but we're seeing a lot of effort. Very clear decisiveness from Skinny there, and it was helping his team out, especially as we saw a couple triple T scenarios.
Indeed. Yeah, we saw it. I mean, we did see 2 triple T scenarios, but at the very end, despite the fact that the Tag Pros were staggered, that was another round of 3 Tag Pros. This game has probably seen the most Tag Pros than any other game that we've streamed so far this season, and the teams definitely took advantage. We saw Spiller leading Wayne into that somewhat difficult cap at the end there, and we saw both Curry and Skinny leading their teammates, and so 3 of the 5 caps have come from a nice Tag Pro lead. Tag Pros will be key, especially on Wormy. Wormy might be the map where Tag Pro is the most key due to the fact that everything goes through that middle area. So Tag Pros are definitely important on this map, and the players showed it. I would be surprised if we saw this many Tag Pros in half number 2, so offensive players are going to have to rely on their creativity. And Doddsfall and Ibis are going to have to show that they do have the offensive chops. Skinny and Curry are going to want to prove to their defenders that they can keep the flag in base a bit more often, because this half was a bit shaky. I can say so myself. Now,
Absolutely.
By the way, Ron, didn't have time to finish the announcement, but I do think you did have an announcement going into the game.
Yeah, that's correct. We do have the exclusive here Jump Up Halftime Challenge, and we're looking for people to enter for that. You yourself, as a viewer, could be featured on that and playing after this next half. So we have to close the sign-ups very soon. This is your final chance. If you'd like to participate, you can sign up for our for the drawing here by following MLTP Live. Hit that follow button and type !jump in chat, and you will be automatically entered for the
3, 2,
position. And make sure to keep an eye out for your Twitch whispers if you are selected to be able to do that. We got the Bob18 helping us with the selection here and getting people organized. So good luck for everyone, and make sure you guys sign up, hit the follow button, and type !jump.
There's plenty of room on that jump up leaderboard, but just a second. Ibis is past 3. Wayne has to stay alive, and he dies. And check for Ibis. Right in the nick of time, Ibis steals a cap from under the nose of the Angry Ball Redux team, and there he restores their lead to 2. What a timely play by the defenders on Holdin Gate Warriors there.
Yeah, that they didn't have more than a second there to get that cap, and it happened to just line up just perfectly. Doddsfall is going to get out past 2. Got a really great boost. Curry defusing the bomb, but Wayne's going to be able to get out. Doddsfall's going to have to double back. Wayne's out past a few. Doddsfall's got to just dance around for a little bit of time and using that bomb. And this is a very unfortunate here. Ibis is going to grab the flag, going to have trouble. Spiller there to get the return. They got the cap. Brilliant play there, and really nice aggressiveness here on, I think Wayne was able to push with the flag. Looking for a second one. Got the tag pro spawn. There it is. Angry Ball's getting us yet another cap here.
Tying the game up. What a comeback by the Angry Balls. They looked like they were on the back foot there at the start with a nice nifty cap by Ibis. But a great play by the Angry Balls and by Wayne, getting on the flag tile just enough so that you could get that first cap, and then they had momentum their way. They managed to get another one right after. Again, great use of the power-ups. That's what led to those 2 caps right there. And we are back level. This is quite the game, and we have one on our hands here. Now Ibis manages to get out. He's got Simon to beat, Spiller to beat, and Spiller contains him beautifully.
Yeah, Glass Marble pointing out Wayne made the right decision by capping there. But yeah, no, he was being extremely aggressive with the flag and just trusting his team to be able to get the return and trusting that he'd have an opportunity for the cap. It was a very narrow gap like we're seeing with a fast-paced, closed-off map like Wormy. But being able to trust your team like that and dial up the aggression to be able to come in, assuming that your team will get the return, and played very well by Wayne, allowing his team to get the tie it up.
Indeed, and Wayne making that second cap of his look much easier than the first one we saw last game. Simon using the tag pro and juke juice to his advantage. No bombs there, so he can go around, and he's going to use the boost, little rainbow boost. But Skinny does well to get in the way and contain, and allows Ibis to come in for a neat return there.
Skinny's going to try to use this bomb, and great job by the bomb, and maybe even a reset here. Another couple bombs. This is going to allow Blue Dream to get the flag and got a nice boost.
Blue Monday, even though he's playing on a Sunday tonight, something he's not really used to, but he's doing quite well.
Yeah, sorry about the confusion on the name there, but I'll get it figured out here. We've got Blue Monday waiting for the middle power-up. Wayne coming up there as well. Skinny, every single player waiting on the middle power-up. And we've got Blue Monday is able to come away with it. Unfortunately, it's just a juke juice.
Alternatively, Ron, we can just never mention Blue Monday ever again on this stream.
Or we could call him, I might call him what his in-game name is just to resolve the confusion here. Make it a little easier. I don't know what they're doing here. They're just sitting at the top, and the tag pro coming in, and we've got a return. Look at this aggressive play. Holdin Gate Warriors taking the lead with style.
It's a set play. You get the tag pro at the top, you tag anyone on the way down, ensuring a safe passage for your flag carrier. What a smart play. I really like what I saw there from Doddsfall, and I believe it was Curry. That was a great idea by them. I wasn't quite sure what they were doing. I thought at first it looked like a turtle, and just a second, Ibis comes in with the cap and quote-unquote strategic delaying again.
Second one we've seen tonight, yes.
Really rubbing it in the faces of Angry Balls here. I can imagine a couple here aren't too happy, but at the same time, we're all friends. These guys know each other. They're good friends, and it's probably all in good heart. No hard feelings here. And
DB Cooper out with the flag, looking for a chance to cap. Spiller closing in with the tag pro. Simon as well. They've got the return. DB Cooper sneaking away with the cap. Nice job. Still a 1-cap lead here for Holdin Gate Warriors, but they are turning it around here. 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Spiller's going to have trouble. Simon getting the return. Ibis coming out with the flag. Simon closing in aggressively, getting the return and the reset. Both teams reset there after that little bout of excitement.
And Doddsfall did quite well to get out of base 1v2, but sadly was contained by Spiller and Simon and returned just in the nick of time, just easily enough so that Angry Balls and specifically Blue Monday could come in and get a cap. But just a second, Ibis gets his 4th cap of the half and restores the 2-cap lead for the Holdin Gate Warriors here. Ibis has been putting on an offensive clinic. The guy who's mostly known for his defense has been showing that he's no slouch on O either. That's his 10th cap of the season.
Yes, very nice job by Ibis. Spiller coming in with a rolling bomb tag pro. Got the Superman, gonna get out past 3. Got a good shot here. Spiller coming into the base, off the wall, getting the cap. And now it's yet again a 1-cap game here. 4 minutes to 30 seconds to go, and this game is certainly far from over as Curry grabbing the flag, gonna cut back around. We got the bomb, gonna use it. Great strategic use by his teammates, and Curry with a questionable bomb, which pushes them back past all 4 players.
This game is as back and forth as a seesaw, and I'm freaking loving it. This is fantastic tag pro. We're seeing both teams taking risks, and both teams having this pay off for them. Great power-up usage, great set plays, and some pretty nifty boosts as well. We saw Spiller just boost right around Doddsfall's offensive defense to get that 4th cap of his and restore that, or cut down the lead to 1. We're seeing some great offensive play by both teams. This map has shaped up to be very cap-happy.
And Wayne hoping to get a cap here. That would tie it up again. Skinny with the flag. Going to get closed in on, but really great boost here. Hitting this bomb and almost pushing DB Cooper into the spike. Skinny chilling with the flag and going to boost down. Looking for a potential kiss here. Yep, that's going to be a kiss. Wayne with the tag pro on base, and Doddsfall again with the support all, very prolific with the support all, but Spiller gonna boost into base. There's the bomb. He's just got to get past 2, got 2 blockers. Skinny closing in on the boost, getting the return. A very great play by him, preventing the cap.
And that's Skinny's, now listen to this, that's Skinny's 20th return of the game, or sorry, of the half so far, and we're only 7 minutes in. This guy has been absolutely killing it on defense.
He had 22 last half. I mean, he's just been phenomenal, already matching his last half numbers and just sitting on this boost. Look at that patient contain and just sitting there on that boost by Skinny, and he's got another one. Skinny just eating it up tonight, and maybe giving. What is this? Skinny pushing the tag for out of base. Curry getting the return. Ibis couldn't quite cut that corner, but Dodds falls out with the flag. They've got a tag pro on base. Ibis with the return. Wayne coming up. Simon hitting the bomb. Skinny, can he do it again? He's on the boost. He's got it.
God.
Skinny with an amazing strike. He's just showing everyone up. Dodds fall almost at the cap, but
and
it's a save. Coming in, weaving through the defense and saving the cap, but ultimately Curry is coming in with the flag and got a chance here. 3 in base, gonna get returned. What an amazing sequence and events here.
I don't think you guys quite caught that. I didn't catch it on the first view either, but Spiller came in from the very top and with a pixel to spare sniped the flag carrier a pixel away from the flag, saving the cap and keeping this lead at only 1. Spiller has been putting on an absolute masterclass on defense so far this game with some beautiful contains and obviously some pretty clutch plays, both on offense and on defense. And this is just another example of it. Gotta lend props to Spiller. He hasn't had his best season of his career this season, but this game definitely begs to differ. Quite the game by the defender.
Minute and 30 seconds to go. DB Cooper at the flag. Curry getting the return. Dodds falls. Tech Pro runs out. Skinny's still got the juke juice, runs out. Wayne with the flag, and now it's just no power-ups here. Skinny just waiting on this boost. And DB Cooper looking to try to make a grab. Both teams waiting for a grab. DB Cooper's going to get out past 3. This could be their chance to tie it up. He's coming in off the wall. Great boost execution, and now that's a tie game because of DB Cooper. And Wayne looking to potentially take the lead. He's got the flag. Going to head back around. 1 minute to go. Curry closing in. Wayne trying to make him look silly. And those jukes are as cool as the other side of the pillow as he's coming into base. Doddsball out with the flag. DB Cooper going to go for the kiss. And Ibis is going to have trouble getting out. 50 seconds to go. Final round of the power-ups. Simon picking up a tag pro. We got 2 tag pros. 2 against 3. We got the 3 TPs here. Simon out with the flag. And right now, Holdin Gate Warriors have got to be a little nervous here. DB Cooper narrowly misses the snipe.
That could have been it. They had the triple Ts. They had the flag carrier near base. All he needed was a snipe. But he misses. And now with 30 seconds left, something's got to give.
Oh, got a chance here, but not going to happen. Spiller with the flag. We've got a Flaccid. Dodgeball ahead, going to boost. And Dodgeball's... No, wait! No, the bomb's got it. Dodgeball out with the flag. Spiller's got to double back. 15 seconds to go. Dodgeball at the bottom of the map, getting returned. Spiller with the flag. 10 seconds here. He cuts back, coming back up. Tie game, going to get returned. Iblis out with the flag. Ibis coming in. DB Cooper's got to stay alive. And this is very close. Final seconds counting down, and it's going to end in a tie in an extremely exciting ending to this game.
29 returns for Skinny, 4 taps for Ibis. One has to wonder, why don't these players switch positions more often? Gotta lend it to Angry Balls. Going into this half, down 1 cap, down 2 caps within 30 seconds at the beginning. They somehow managed to claw it back, grab 5 of their own, and get this 1 point against the second best team in the conference. What a play by the Angry Balls. Ron, anyone you want to single out for praise here? I know that easy picks are Ibis and Skinny, but we saw some really great plays by the Angry Balls in this game.
Yeah, we did, and for that reason, I'm going to pick DV Cooper as my player of the game, getting 3 caps that game, and really a couple of those caps were crucial to his team, making sure that they got the tied it back up again, and he was getting a few power-ups as well, but really great play. One of the caps, I think he was from one side of the map to the other in just a few seconds. Really impressive showing by DV Cooper for that second half.
This game was absolutely back and forth from the very beginning to the very end. Both the first and second halves, these teams were trading blows, and you have to wonder, with performances like this, how did Angry Balls end up outside of the playoff spot? I think both of these teams are playing, you can see they're playing more loosely without pressure, and it's showing in their play. I think the fact that they're able to try new things and try new plays, for example, that Dodgeball set play, to allow his flag carrier to come into base from the top boost. These are the kinds of things that you love to see with teams not under pressure. You almost have that atmosphere of a scrim right now, and it makes for some really entertaining tag bro. If I had to pick a play of the game, it would be that set play where Dodgeball came down with his tag bro, sniped a couple people along the way, and then allowed Ibis to come in for an easy boost cap. That's the kind of play that you don't see every day, especially on a map like Wormy that has a whole bunch of different types of set plays available. It's something I love to see, and it's something that I think these relaxed teams are able to do today. Let's hope on the next map, Rush, we can see some more clutch plays like that. But before we go to Rush, I think we will be entering the Jump Up halftime show.
Yeah, that's correct. We've got our lucky 3 winners here. Ajax, Sam Sims, and Break
Ajax
are the 3 winners.
In fact, Sam Sims is Milksteak, and Milksteak is just picking different names. Milksteak, who is a member of BMX2 this season, former member of Tiers. He made the Super Bowl final last season. And we should be ready for the kickoff here.
Yeah, we'll be starting very soon here. Good luck to everyone. Chance to get on the Jump Up Halftime Challenge leaderboard here. Fractal sitting in first place with 343 power-ups. Going to need to get at least 311 to get on the leaderboard. 312. Indeed,
and I believe all 3 of these players are first-time jump uppers. So let's see what kind of strats they adopt. So far, we've seen the most successful players use boost a lot more often. Super boost specifically, they allow you to get the most power-ups per minute. So let's see how these guys choose to open.
I think another important thing is staying alive, not hitting those spikes, and if you can sabotage your teammates. We're seeing a lot of people using these rolling bombs to push people on the spikes. We just had a weekend of Jump Up Challenge, so let's see how it goes. Jump Up.
Drunk for
They're jumping.
Indeed. And something to note, though, for the Jump Up event, spawn times are only 1 second. So sometimes it can be strategic if you're not in a high-traffic pub area to just kill yourself and try to boost yourself into a better area.
Hadn't thought about that one. We've got Milksteak with the lead right now.
But Break making a nice bid, catching up. You can see the left area is really full of power-ups. Whoever gets there is going to have the jackpot.
Yeah, Break's working on it. We got Bot Right available by the spikes as well.
This game is shaping up to be pretty close between the 2 and 3, but Milksteak running away with it. Milksteak, who is Sam Sims in this game.
He's so close. He needs a few more power-ups to get on the board. Can't quite pull it off. 307 power-ups final for Milksteak here on the Jump Up Halftime Challenge. So close to getting on the leaderboard.
A great effort by these players, and I think what's made it so hard to get on the leaderboard these days is that everyone kind of knows how to play. Everyone's pretty good at it, and so it's going to take quite the effort to distinguish yourself from the others. Milksteak doing his very best there, but couldn't quite pull it off. Still, congratulations to Milksteak for breaking the 300 barrier, something we don't see every Jump Up game. And thanks to all 3 of you for participating. Thank you to all the viewers for signing up. And if you didn't get in this game, but you want to get into another game, we will be having another Jump Up event next week for the following Majors broadcast, so stay tuned. You will get another chance. Do not worry.
Absolutely. There's plenty of opportunities abound. There's also the minor LTP streams, which will be next Monday. Also another option for those of you tend to get a few less viewers to those, so you actually have a really high percentage chance of being picked on the Jump Up. So if you guys liked what you saw and want to participate, get a chance to get on that leaderboard, check out minor LTP live on Mondays.
Indeed. And so now we've got both teams ready here. It doesn't look like we're going to see any roster changes, which is interesting considering one of these teams has Private Major, arguably one of the best defenders in the West, at least this season, sitting on their bench. Do you think our Angry Balls would be well served to sub him in for either Simon or Spiller, or do you like what they've got going right now?
I mean, it's been working for them. It's a 7-7 game. Although that said, I wouldn't be surprised to see Private Major jumping in. You know, Private Major's been jumping around so far this season. Had a little bit of movement, but he's been a pretty phenomenal player. If you look at the stats that he's been putting up, certainly a chance that he might get put in maybe in the second half here. But let's see how the first half goes first.
Indeed, and I gotta say, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but obviously Simon had a pretty good performance, some nice tags and very solid play. I think the mark of a good defender is that you don't notice him throughout the game. He just silently does his job, gets himself in the right position, does the right contains. But one thing I did notice is that Spiller's contain was on point. Spiller seemed to always be in the right spot at the right time. He was closing down those chokes on a map like Wormy. That's not easy, and that kind of skill is going to be really useful on a map like Rush that has a lot of different paths. If he's able to effectively close down the flag carriers' paths, then he's going to make it really easy for Simon to just come in and swoop in those tags. So those two seem to have built, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them having more success this half. As the half kicks off, it looks like DB Cooper is going to get a quick grab off of Curry. Let's see if he can make something of it.
Yeah, Curry's not going to bite on those jukes, and now Wayne's going to get out, going to hit the boost. We got 2-on-1 blocks against Doddsfall. He almost got the return. Skinny almost with the snipe, but a quick first cap here for the Angry Balls. They got the return. DB Cooper coming in with a flag, boosting in aggressively, going to have to double back and got returned here. And Doddsfall playing some anti-re, really great positional awareness here, pushing Wayne right into the spike there. Great play by Doddsfall and nice awareness.
This is one of those maps where the anti-re is key. It's because once the flag's out of base, it stays out for a while. And we saw this in week 1. The teams that succeeded were the ones that used the anti-re at the right times. And Doddsfall right there, getting his team a reset and allowing them to get back on the front foot. That's exactly what you want from one of your leaders. Now, speaking of leaders, we've got, just a second here, we've got action here. DB Cooper might be in for another cap.
He's going to sit on this boost, going to hit it and get the snipe. Nice job here, even though he had to go through DB Cooper. Wayne getting the return again. Wayne playing very well and going to have to cut off the bottom. Spiller closing in, being aggressive. Wayne getting the return. DB Cooper with the flag, heading backwards and just does not have the momentum he needs. Going to get returned by Skinny, and Simon's going to go off the wall. Nice wall bounce here. Great juke, but Skinny closing in aggressively. If it's hitting the boost, he's past 3. Wayne is the only one with the chance. Skinny's going to boost block him out of the way, and now they've tied it up. Great team effort, but Wayne is out looking for the counter cap off the wall. Doddsfall misses it by a pixel. Wayne getting the return, getting the cap, and now they've reestablished the lead. Doddsfall with the flag. Very fast-paced game here. DB Cooper coming out. Curry trying to get the return. Can't quite pull it off. DB Cooper's out past a few. Doddsfall is going to get returned by Wayne. Wait. Yes, he is. DB with the flag, and Curry with the tag pro. Gonna run out pretty soon. Simon with the monster snipe. Curry sitting on the flag. I don't know what's gonna happen here though. Look for a tag pro suicide, and all 4 players in base. Curry's gonna just have to get out as quickly as he can.
Beautiful. So to go back to that second cap, or the previous cap here, it was Simon on Angry Balls Redux. We were talking about the anti-regrab. He played the anti-regrab, prevented Dotsfall from grabbing, and then blocked Dotsfall out of the way, just a pixel away so that Wayne could come in. Now, we were talking pre-game about how Wayne is one of the slipperiest players around. His micro jukes are on point, and we've seen it in both of his caps so far this half. He's made them happen with barely pixels to spare. So keep an eye out for this guy. It seems like he's figured out Rush, and we might be seeing a few more really clutch plays from him. He's figured out these angles.
Ibis with the flag hitting an interesting boost route, which doesn't take him ahead of anyone. Trying to pull a good move. Almost got past Simon, almost Spiller, but Spiller sussed that one out, and a nice return here by Skinny. Dodsfall's going to be out past 2, maybe even 3. He's just going to push it off the wall, hitting the boost. Nice angle, tying it up because of Dodsfall. Spiller with the tag pro, going to stay alive, got the lead. Ibis has to be very careful here as Spiller is still leading Wayne in with the flag. Going to run out, got the block, and Ibis almost sneaks past DB Cooper, but going to be able to get the return. DB, if he had gotten past Curry, that was a cap there. 2-on-1 blocks. Great job by Curry. And yet again, Curry getting another return. Really standing out this game in particular.
Both the defensive players on Holdin Gate playing quite well. But you can't ignore the defensive players on Angry Balls Redux. I know this seems like I'm giving everyone participation awards, but Spiller and Simon have been really good so far. Simon especially, his anti-regrab strategy is directly what allowed them to get that second cap. No other reason other than that. And so these defensive players, both on both teams, are definitely not slowing down here. Keeping the momentum from game 1, and we're seeing that they're both really evenly matched teams. The score is still tied. After 3 halves, the score is 9-9.
They saw that tag pro on base. Spiller sticking back with that tag pro, going to lead to it. Oh, wait! Dodsfall coming in, getting the return, keeping it a tie game. Very clutch play by Dodsfall. Nice awareness yet again, and that's one word I would use to sum up Dodsfall's play. He adds really interesting element of dynamicness to his team. Just with his very clear awareness, he understands the game of Tag Pro. He understands the meta around it, and he knows how to dial, how to tweak his game and the various elements between it to benefit his team. Extremely good shot.
A lot of buzzwords in that statement of yours, but I do agree with the general statement. Dodsfall is a very smart player. He's underrated in this league. I feel like a lot of people disregard him as getting carried by good teams, but it's no coincidence that every MLTP team he's played on has been at or near the top of their conference. Now, to get back to that save of his, pulling a Spiller, saving a cap by mere pixels, just like Spiller did in the last half. We're seeing a lot of last gasp plays, not only on offense, but on defense as well. And Wayne nearly completing his hat trick there. Dodsfall denying him. Oh, great grab by Ibis.
DB Cooper sticking back for anti-re allowed him to get out, and look at this. Dodsfall with the flag. Is he enough to be the difference maker here? It looks like he might be. Skinny Chode getting the boost block. DB Cooper with the flag. Ibis closing and being aggressive, getting the return. Dodsfall getting the cap. Dodsfall clearly proving to be the hidden... Wait, look at this. Wayne coming in. Gonna get the nice job there, getting the cap. And now it's yet again a tie game.
Anything you can do, I can do better. These teams are just duking it out. And we saw Ibis there getting the return for his team in order to allow... just a second. Ibis,
man.
The devil. He's going to come in and get a cap of his own. Score is now 4-3, non-stop action.
Paper Oscar by Dodsfall. Look at this. Can they do it? Yes. 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 There it is. Dodsfall being the difference maker. 2-cap leader over Holdin Gate Warriors, and we're seeing Dodsfall involved in all these plays, really showing his stuff here. I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing out of Dodsfall this game.
And I love what I'm seeing from Ibis, to be honest. It was Bolly who was establishing this stat last season of how many grabs that last at least 8 seconds do their flag carriers make. And I believe 8 may be a strong number, but even just getting the flag out of base for 1 or 2 seconds gets the defenders out of position, and it makes it a lot easier for your partner to grab. So we saw right there, we saw 3 or 4 situations in a row where Ibis gets the first grab and gets out of base at least still halfway. Then whether he gets tagged or not is irrelevant. That makes it really easy for Doddsfall to get out of base right afterwards. And we've seen this time and again. Ibis right there, not quite as successful, but he's always the one attempting the first grab, and he's letting Doddsfall allowing a lot more room for Doddsfall to maneuver and try to get out of base himself. So look at this. Ibis is going to grab. He's going to try to get out. And had he gotten out just a few tiles further, that would have allowed Doddsfall to go out top. So it doesn't take to be able to get out for 5 or 6 seconds. Even if you can just get out a few tiles, it's going to make it much easier on your partner there.
Doddsfall with the flag, coming in hot off the bounce, staying alive. And Spiller going to get out too. Nice moves by Spiller, but Skinny's got a good snipe potential here. Ibis getting into the mix. Doddsfall's going to get returned. Look for a good chance here. Skinny's going to be aggressive getting the return. With the snipe, Doddsfall getting the return as well. Ibis going to cut under. Simon's their only hope. He's going to stay ahead, and Ibis is going to have to cut back. Simon grabbing the flag. There's going to be a potential kiss. Not going to allow it. Doddsfall getting blocked out by DB Cooper. Again, maybe another kiss here. DB Cooper getting the return. Simon trying for a sneaky cap. Doddsfall with the return. And this is just back and forth here. 2-cap lead for the first half and for the Holdin Gate Warriors. And quite a bit of action here.
And this is where it starts getting very re-grabby. You've seen the initial grab get out of base long enough for the opponents to stop guarding the re-grab, and the juking comes into play. Any offensive player worth their salt in this league can juke. Not any player can grab, but once you get the grabbing out of the equation, this is where it gets interesting. This is where you see the moves comes out. And so you see Doddsfall has the flag. When he dies, Curry's not going to have to worry about the grab situation. All he's going to have to worry about is who can you juke. And this is where you see how good teams play, because if he manages to juke his way into a capping position, all he needs to rely on is for his teammates to get that return. Now, I think the difference between a good and a great offensive player in this league is who can grab and get out long enough to allow their teammates to be put into this kind of situation. And surprisingly enough, we're seeing that kind of play from Doddsfall and Ibis, who are typically defenders. So Holdin Gate showing that they definitely have class both on offense and defense, because their defenders are able to consistently get out of base, which is something not many people can do, especially on a map with a tight base like Iron. I apologize for the long monologue there. I just thought it was interesting observation to note that the defenders are playing like elite offensive players, not just in their juking, but in their grabbing as well.
We've got Doddsfall getting returned by Skinny. We got just 10 seconds here. Ibis coming out, pulling a little bit of La Cucaracha here, coming in with the flag. That's going to be a cap, and they've got a 3-cap lead here, doubling the amount of caps by Angry Balls. Final seconds, could have done it, but doesn't have enough time. That's going to be it here, 3-cap lead.
He overshot it just a bit, trying to get past the blocks. Had he used a bit less energy, he might have been risky on the blocks, but it would have allowed him to get into the flag. Unlucky for Doddsfall, but ultimately they go into half number 2, doubling up the Angry Balls Redux 6-3. That's going to be quite the lead for Angry Balls to overcome.
Yeah, absolutely. If I had to pick a player of that half, I know he's low on the scoreboard here, but Ibis pulling up 3 caps, getting 9 caps so far this entire evening. Just playing very well. He's going to get my player of the game.
Wow, it's a bold choice, but I like it.
It is. Doddsfall coming in with a close second, but I think I mentioned how much high dynamic he was earlier in the game. Ibis really playing well this evening.
Indeed, and I mean, it's not every day that you got a player capping 9 times in a week, let alone in 3 halves, let alone a defender. I mean, Ibis, he eats for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and he's still hungry. But he's hungry for caps tonight, and that's putting him at 14 caps on the season, tied with Doddsfall. And we're seeing some pretty good performances by both the defenders playing an offensive role. But let's not forget, we were raving about Skinny on defense on Wormy. So it seems like these players are really, really good two-way players all across the board. Meanwhile, Angry Balls Redux sticking with the positions that work for them. Wayne getting a hat trick of his own, and showing that slipperiness that we were talking about. All of his caps, he came within about a pixel or 2 of his chasers or of the blockers. This guy knows his angles, especially on rush. He seems to be really thriving in this environment. Blue Monday making some good plays to allow him to get out of base. But I also have to say, I hate singling out players for mistakes, but Blue Monday was at fault for that. of the Holdin Gate Warriors, where he grabbed and he was too hasty trying to get out. He got returned by Ibis and allowed Doddsfall to come in for that cap. So if he can be a bit more patient in allowing his chasers to catch up, I think they have a real shot at this comeback here.
Absolutely. 3 caps on a map like Rush, definitely possible to do, and we've seen comebacks before. I think that it's definitely doable. We're gonna have to see if they can start it quickly, though. We don't have a power-up spot in this first round. Can they come out and get a quick cap to start off this half? That'll be key, making it only a 2-cap game. Skinny gonna boost out, and let's see if it can happen.
Indeed, if they can get that momentum going their way, that would be huge. And something interesting, we're talking about getting a quick cap. A lot of people going into the season with the delayed power-ups rule. Just a second, we're seeing Sun Chips coming in place of Blue Monday, so forget it. And just a second, Ibis gets an early cap 20 seconds into the game, extending the lead to 4. This is what I was talking about. In the running into the season, a lot of people were criticizing the delayed power-ups for, oh my god, Doddsfall gets another one. I can't finish my sentence. Guys,
wow.
Capping. I need to finish this sentence. That's insane play by Doddsfall and Ibis, just doubling up there. So to finish my train of thought, I was saying a lot of people were criticizing the delayed power-ups because they were saying it would reduce the amount of action that we see in the first minute, because you need power-ups to grab on a lot of maps, like Iron, for example.
Oh my goodness. Mira los jukes! Look at Ibis coming in and making everyone look silly and getting yet a 3rd cap, and Holdin Gate Warriors are really running away with this one. Ibis with a great boost, Sun Chips with the flag, and this has been a bit of a domination by Holdin Gate Warriors, exactly opposite of what Angry Balls need to be doing right now.
Yeah, extending their lead to 6, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be quite the challenge for them to come back. But if Holdin Gate were able to cap 3 times in a minute, they've shown that it's doable. And now they've got Angry Balls have got 9 minutes to come back. But yeah, a lot of people were saying that there wouldn't be much action without power-ups, and we're seeing the exact opposite in every single half so far. In the first minute.
Oh no! Skinny Joe with a dirty snipe there, coming in from behind, getting the return from what would have been a cap. Great job there.
Indeed. It's a heads-up defensive play by Skinny on offensive defense there. But yeah, every half, Wormy, be it Wormy or Rush, we've seen caps. And in fact, this half we've seen 3 caps in the first minute, so definitely not lacking in that entertainment department.
Looking for a 4th. Spiller with the flag, getting returned by Ibis. Ibis is going to also be able to come over, maybe not grab the power up, but get a regrab at least. And Skinny is going to maybe, yes, he's got 1 return. He'd be able to lead Doddsfall in. Right now they're looking, return the flag is more important. Skinny's able to do that. Going to boost around, going to leave that boost available for Doddsfall. They've got they've got a 4th cap, and Holdin Gate Warriors being absolutely dominant this half, scoring 4 caps, making it a 10-3 game.
Skinny wrote Doddsfall a check. Doddsfall took it to the bank. That boost was banking off that wall like crazy. That was a great cap there. And Holdin Gate just scoring caps for fun out here. You can see that they're loose and having a lot of fun over here. Playing off positions. And Ibis up to, I believe, 10 caps this week. It's quite the performance. 11 caps.
11 caps, that's correct. Oh man, Sunship somehow pulls off a cap there, but that's still just 1 cap. Still got 6 caps to go. Really nice effort from Ibis, and let's see if they can get another one. Ibis gonna try for it. Let's see what he can do. And coming in, gonna get returned. Sunship's gonna lead Spiller out with the flag. Got a tag pro lead. Can they pull off a cap? Wait, another return. There's the cap. This could be the biggest comeback ever. Simon with the flag. Skinny's got the return, and that's gonna slow things down at least a little bit. 5 caps separate the 2 teams.
They've got 6.5 minutes to score those 5 caps. And Sunchips responsible for both the caps. First capping, second tag pro leading Sunchips. Centra's favorite snack at it again. In a half of majors, I don't believe he's actually played majors this season, so quite the impressive showing for him. In the first 4 minutes of his majors stint, he's already got a cap and an assist. Not too bad.
And a little bit of a break in the action here, but Sunchip's going to grab the flag, and now Angry Ball's proving they've got the stuff. They've got the blocks. They've got the cap. Look at this. Spiller with the flag. Sunchip's maybe picking up the tag pro. No, Spiller's going to get past him. He's past 3. He's got some blocks. Can he pull it off? Still got the blocks. Still got the flaccid. They've got the blocks. Skinny Chode with the flag. Ibis is going to be able to get out. Wayne going to try to get the return, but Ibis is going to get out past 3. It's all on Simon. Skinny getting the return. Simon's got to push forward. Sunchip's there, Spiller there, and they've got the return. Simon out with the flag past 3. This is another good chance. Curry's got to stay alive. Spiller closing in, got the return. There's the cap. Look at this, and now it's a 4-4 half, and Angry Balls proving they mean business. Only a 3-cap game here. Exciting second half to this game.
And Sunchips grabs his second cap in the process. Real impressive showing by the rookie. But you got to give it to the whole team. This has been a cohesive effort all across the table. Both the defensive and offensive players have all been on the same page. And, just a second! What a block! The boost block by Doddsfall caused that cap, and they restored the lead to 4. This is still an uphill climb for the Angry Balls Redux.
Yeah, still a 4-cap game here. Ibis with the flag. Simon boosting out. We got a return by Curry. Wayne taking the flag out, looking to hit the boost, going for the kiss, backing up. Skinny with a nice snipe off the banking off the wall. Ibis with the flag as well. Skinny still got that juke juice, going to be able to close in for the return. Got the blocks as well. Ibis with the flag, but still has 3 to beat. Sunchips on re. Doddsfall with anti-re, or no, I'm sorry, on re-grab. I mixed the teams up a little bit there, but we've got a flaccid, and look at this. White! Skinny fucked it up, or sorry, messed it up. Excuse the language here. Wayne coming out with the flag, and Skinny makes up for it and gets a nice snipe there and returns the flag.
Either way, for most of us here, it's late night tag pro, so I think you're in the clear with that not safe for work language.
We try to keep it family friendly here on MLTP Live.
Indeed, and another power-up battle, Wanye Kest grabs that tag pro, and that could be useful for them. Try to cut that lead down to 3 again. As long as they can keep the flag in base, this could be promising. I don't know what's going on. It seems there's a lack of communication going on here.
Yeah, Wayne with this tag pro going to try to lead them in, but unfortunately, Ibis is going to get out past 3, and it's a return for cap. Couldn't quite pull it off. Ibis with the flag. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go here. Simon, the last man ahead. Wayne cutting ahead as well. Going to get out of position. There's the flaccid. This looks to be another cap, and a little bit of strategic delay here as Doddsfall grabbing the flag. 3rd strategic delay we've seen the entire game. Doddsfall coming in hot. Skinny looking to try to set up a boost block. Ibis out with the flag, and yet again we have the Holdin Gate Warriors running away with this one with a great 5-cap lead with just 3 minutes to go.
And I'm not entirely sure who Toxic is, but it's got to be Private Major subbing in for Spiller, I assume due to lag issues. He's the last man here. He has to stay alive, and he can't. But it doesn't matter. Simon gets ahead, and Doddsfall gets the elusive double tag pro tag. Spiller briefly rejoins, but then realizes someone's already taken his place, so he's got to leave.
Maybe Toxic is PK Subal we're hearing? I don't know. That's part of the problem with these players that continue to play with unregistered names. Second one we've seen this game, making it a little bit difficult to know who is who, but right now I guess we'll just have to refer to him as Toxic. Unknown player to us at this time. Wayne with the flag, gonna get returned. Ibis out with the flag, hitting the boost, and Skinny with a nice return. Toxic got a great snipe. Wish I could give him credit because I don't know who the heck he is, but great snipe by whoever Toxic is. Got the flag as well. Chance for a cap, gonna double back. Skinny getting a good return.
It's and Spiller's left the group. It's definitely due to lag issues. Unless he's this jaded with his team, but I know Spiller, he's a pretty laid-back guy.
He's a standout guy, yeah.
Simon with a surprisingly good hold, but Skinny denies him with that nice bank snipe. And now we're seeing the game slow down a bit with a 5-cap lead. I think both teams have kind of realized that this is the result of this game has been settled already. We're just basically playing for honor at this point. And Toxic has a shout here. You might be coming in for a cap, but great block by Ibis, manages to get in the way. And Ibis, who's got 3 caps this half, I believe that puts him to 12 for the week, which ties him for, I believe, the 3rd highest tally that we've seen so far this season.
And now Toxic with the flag, coming back up. Simon looking for a snipe. Gonna be able to pull it off against Dodgeball. Skinny Chode coming off. And Simon trying to get it. Can't quite hit it. Two to beat. And Sunchips getting a return. Toxic heading back to try to get a return as well. And going to go one-on-one against Ibis. Wayne out of the way. Ibis trying to force it. Couldn't quite pull it off. Sunchips gonna flash it. Dodgeball with the flag. 45 seconds so coming in. Looking for a good shot for Cap, but Toxic pulling the flag. And saving the Cap 6. Wait, hold on. Doubling back. Ibis getting the return. Curry coming out of base, hitting this boost off the wall. Sunchips getting the just pushing back at least. Simon and Sunchips fighting for the return here, but a little bit of a chase fest right now.
Indeed, and this is more what we're expecting from a map like Rush. Instead, what we got was a Cap Fest, which I can't complain about. This has been fantastic to watch, and Toxic's going to come in with another cap with 13 seconds remaining. Sunchips is going to try to squeeze another one in. 9 seconds left on the clock. He's got to make it quick. Sunchips has got a boost at his disposal. He's got a pixel juke, and this could be it.
Man.
This could be it, ladies and gentlemen, but no. And as time expires, Holdin Gate Warriors hold on for the win, their last win of the regular season, and they secure their number 2 seed going into the playoffs. Sadly for Angry Balls, they can only salvage a point from this matchup, but you gotta hand them, you gotta give them credit. They put in quite the performance, very back and forth all game long, and it wasn't until the very end that they finally let go, and they even had a cap with 13 seconds remaining. So really standout effort by all of the Angry Balls players, and the subs got a huge credit to Sunchips and Toxic, who got himself a cap. Not quite sure who it is. It seems like it's PK Subball though, so congrats to PK Subball subbing in the very last. so PK Subball coming in at the very last second and saving a cap for his team's honor. Ron, is there anyone that you wanted to point out before we go to the interviews?
Oh, absolutely. Once again, I'm going to have to point out Skinny getting another 20 returns. I don't know how many returns he's had for this night, but extremely high amount of returns cranked out by Skinny. Also getting, again, I mentioned this before, but getting a lot of power-ups. He had the most power-ups in the game with 6 power-ups. Second place was Dodgeball with 4. The entire team securing a large amount of power-ups, leading to an easy Holdin Gate Warriors victory. So Skinny definitely has a lot going for him, really helping his team out on the defensive side.
Indeed.
Any specific plays that stood out to you in that last half there?
I mean, I can't single out a specific play. We saw 11 caps this half, but what I do like is not only did Holdin Gate Warriors jump out of the gates super quickly, but Angry Balls were resilient and managed to completely annihilate that 3-cap lead at the very beginning by the 5th minute. So that kind of resilience is what you love to see from teams, especially teams that are outside of playoff spots on the outside looking in. Unfortunately for Angry Balls, this season didn't quite work out for them, but with this kind of resilience, I can see these players going far. And now we're going to see if we can get an interview with a couple of the players here. So just give us a second, guys. Bear with us. We should have an interview within the next few seconds.
Sounds good.
House.
All right, guys. So we have the entire starting roster for the Holdin Gate Warriors here. I wanted to bring you guys all in because we saw a bit of a tactical switch from you guys this game, switching things up after clinching that playoff spot. Curry, whose idea was that?
It was Dodds' idea. And we pretty much had nothing to play for, assuming the Mervs game goes the way we expect it to. So,
now,
yeah.
Dodd's fault. After seeing the result, I believe it has got 12 caps. Skinny probably had about 80 returns. Is this how you expected it to pan out?
Well,
This is worse.
Skinny played well in the mini season playing defense, so.
And I played well in the mini season playing offense.
Referencing the mini season.
Wow.
Now, speaking of Ibis, I heard there was a commitment for 15 caps. We only got 12. What do you have to say about that?
Well, it was a little disappointing. Not my best showing, but I think in the playoffs you'll see better.
Wow.
Dodgeball, how does it feel to be dethroned as the top scoring defender on your team in the very last week? How heartbreaking is that?
It's not at all. Because it is here. The only thing I wanted out of that game is the play that we did on Wormy. That's
Oh, that
the
was
only thing I
beautiful.
wanted. Only thing I wanted. Shoutouts to Dodgeball and to Dalek and Matrix. That's where I got the inspiration from the
Nice.
game Season 7 on 45.
I love it. At first we thought you might be turtling, and then we saw it.
Oh.
Then we saw it, and we couldn't believe what we saw. Quite the performance by everyone across the board. And going to the playoffs, you have to wonder, switching Ibis and Skinny might actually be a winning combination.
It's not.
It's really not.
Did you see how many caps Skinny ruined for me? I was coming in. All he had to do was just block.
The
And
Wormy
he-
one? Oh, I wanted the boat, but then someone came in and destroyed you. I meant we were tactically delaying it, and then it was unfortunate.
Right. In case anyone from the CRC is watching this. Well, anyway, Ron, did you have any other comments?
Boy, I can't. I don't think so. I think it was really exciting to watch this game, especially that second game, seeing the Holdin Gate Warriors come ahead and really assert their dominance at the end and work together as a team.
A question for you guys, just before we go. Any comments on the Angry Balls performance tonight?
Well, we actually talked to him before the game to coordinate
Yeah,
our
we figured.
players. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
except Simon and MC messed it up.
But they played well. Wayne was juking me a bunch, especially on the Wormy. It was pretty bad. But yeah.
It's overall great game by both teams, and you guys are all friends outside of competitive anyway, so I'm sure it was all in good,
Sure.
in good heart. Well, I'm really looking forward to what you guys can put together in the playoffs. You'll be one of the teams to watch out for. You and the Murballs definitely in the driver's seat going into this postseason. We wish you the best of luck, and hopefully we get to see another 12 cap game by Ibis before the Super Bowl. I'd love to see that again.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on it.
He might actually get the 10 OGAS this week.
That was the goal.
There's a very high chance. Anyway, thanks guys for bearing with us.
I've
and,
got a question.
Oh, yeah.
How come Ibis and I didn't win the jump up challenge? Like, how come we weren't selected?
Well, I'll tell you what. There's a lot of people that sign up to that, and it's completely random. So
Can you ring it
that's
next
probably.
time?
Oh,
Well,
we rigged
if
it
you
this
want to
time so
increase
that
your
you wouldn't
chances, you
win.
do have options. If you go to the minor LTP streams, you'll be able to minor LTP live. You'll be able to have
Yes.
a much better chance of playing. So Monday nights,
Yes,
keep
I will do
keep
it.
an eye out for those. Yeah.
I appreciate Ron's political correctness, but the real reason you weren't chosen is because we don't like you.
Huh? Figures.
So
I mean, that's
get
what
out of
happens
here.
when you give yourself a shout out.
Scram.
Alright, thanks for streaming this.
No worries. Thanks for playing
Yeah.
such an entertaining game, guys.
Shout out to PC for the snipe teachings. Thanks for streaming that.
Well, thank you so much for the starting lineup of the Holdin Gate Warriors here for coming in and giving us a little bit of interview. Thank you for Liquid for the co-commentary. Thanks for everyone who tuned in. I hope you guys enjoyed the game tonight. Very exciting games that we saw, leading to a tie in the first game and a nice victory for Holdin Gate Warriors in the second game. Thank you for the Bob 18 for helping out with the Jump Up Halftime Challenge. If you guys really like the stream tonight, make sure to follow us on Twitch at MLTP Live, where you find more entertaining, high-quality broadcasts each and every week. I'm Ron Sponson, and we'll see you guys all next week.
And thanks, Pithy, for streaming.